everyone. Okay, it's working. Again, my name is Andrius Baranauskas. I'm Corporate Communications Director Baltics for Tele2. And actually, Petras Masiulis, my boss, the CEO, had to be here on stage, but sadly, he deeply apologizes. He could not make it. So we are sorry. I was preparing the presentation at the end of the day, so I will have this short presentation for you. Starting with us, we are, as Mindaugas said, we're concentrating on efficiency. That's very important because we are working in the industry that was used to be growing very fast for many years. And I don't know if anyone is connected somehow to mobile industry, but if you are, then probably you would believe that mobile industry is an industry of tremendous growth. Mobile operators used to report huge incomes, and those incomes are growing, and we are inventing everything new and so on and so on. But in fact, the mobile industry is in fact in decline. And that's a worldwide trend. That's not only in Lithuania, that's across the globe. The industry is basically going down in terms of revenues, in terms of profits, and at the end of the day, it would go down in terms of investments. There are many reasons for that, and one of the main reasons is that we are used to huge growth, organic growth, when new people would come up and join us and become new clients. But today, each and every one of you are already our client. You already own one or more mobile SIM cards. So there are no new clients in the industry. We can only grab clients from each other, or we could expand into the new industries like 4G, like machine-to-machine or something. But still, that does not compensate the growth we are used to have. At the same time, we have a regulation that is cutting down prices. So revenues are falling, and investors basically are not happy too much. And at the same time, Tele2 in Lithuania is growing. We are growing in terms of everything. We're growing in terms of customers, we're growing in terms of revenues, we're growing in terms of profits, we're growing in terms of reputation, of quality, of everything you want. We are growing in terms of investment. We are a company that is going upstream. We are not going downstream with the market. We are going in an absolutely different direction. So this is one of the reasons why we thought that we could share of our experience. How do we do that? Because the key, which basically makes us, at least we believe that makes us so good at beating the market, is effectiveness as we see it. And when speaking about effectiveness, that's how we understand it. There are a few numbers. First of all, we employ the least number of people across the market. We have like 5 to 6 times less than other operators. At the same time, we have higher revenues than them. And we're claimed to be the most effective mobile operator by ATKern. ATKern is one of the world's leading consultancy companies. And Profiles International, local Baltics company, has said that we are the most productive ITT company in the Baltics. So basically, that's not only us to believe that. Some other people also say that, hey guys, they are effective. So then it turns to the point that we start saying what makes us so effective. And basically, that is what's my presentation is shortly about. The fact is that in terms of effectiveness, we believe that the most precious resource, the most important resource across that we have in the world, that's not oil, that's not coal, that's not natural gas. All of these resources, they are renewable. At the end of the day, after 5 or 10 or 20 million years, there will be more oil, but there will be no more time. All we have, the single resource we shall never have again, this is time. There are no seconds coming back. So what we do, we are trying to use this time as good as we can, and there are several simple rules how we do that. and what we think that might also be useful for other companies, other sectors, including the public sector. So one of them is fast decision making, as fast as we can. And there's a good example. There was a psychological test, which actually we did that in our company too, which consists of one simple trick. You grab 4 teams of people, 4 equal groups, and give them the same problem to solve. The only difference is you give them different time frame. So if there are 4 groups, one group would get 5 minutes to get the solution. The second would get half an hour or something to deliver the solution. Then there are 2 hours for you to brainstorm, and then there are 4 hours to deliver the solution. And very interesting thing is that when you see the result, and we did that, the best solution was from those who had only half an hour, and the second best was those who had the least time. But those who had the most time, they delivered the worst solution. And this is, in general, the same in every situation we have, because when you have, you have short of time, you don't have too much time to discuss, to fight for it, then you simply stick to the solution. And usually, due to our experience, due to our knowledge, usually the first ideas are right. If we have more time, then it's very human to discuss, to start fighting on who's owning what idea and who's right, who's wrong, and then simply you don't work on the solution. I mean, that's what we think. We should do solutions as fast as we can. That's what we do, that it works, and then, I mean, psychology also says that's a good idea. Another is talking about the bureaucracy. I mean, in many companies, not only in the public sector, but many companies are very, very bureaucratized. There are lots of layers of structures inside the companies who are participating in the decision making. So the decision making goes very slow, from top to down and backwards. So we have very flat structure, as flat as we can. For example, this diagram is an example of our sales team, which consists of basically 4 people. 1 is the boss, and 3 are responsible for. 1 is residential sales, the prepaid sales, and B2B business solution sales. There are 3 people, and we have almost 2 million clients, and that's enough. And they manage to have it. So the flatter the structure, the faster the decisions, and still it works. Our results show that, hey, it works. And what is more important than when you have such small number of people, you have to have one thing. You have to have trust. You have to trust them. You have to give them power. You have to empower them to make the decisions. Sometimes they will make mistakes, that's true. But then if they will make decisions, if they will take the responsibility, that will shorten the decision making, that will shorten the work process. The result will come faster. Again, we are saving time, and that's important. And again, the 4th keystone is the mistakes. In fact, all of us are making mistakes. We're used to think that people, I mean, grown-up people should not make mistakes. I mean, we all went to universities, we should know everything, but that's not true. In life, there are no instructions for every case, so we said that, okay, sometimes we will make mistakes, let's learn from that. So while we learn, that's good. I mean, that's bad to sit on a hedgehog, not to fall in it. Now, can it also work in the public sector? We, as a company, we are working with the public sector. We are selling our goods and we are selling our services to the public sector as a provider of mobile internet, as a provider of mobile networks. So we know that participating in the public procurement, we know that that's a very slow process. That's a very slow and very complicated and very time-consuming, because we have a lot of safety locks just to make sure that no one makes a mistake. Because if there is a mistake, that it will result in a claim to court by some part. If there is so no one wants to take responsibility. So you need a lot of people to get involved into this decision-making process. So what we get by creating that, we get extremely complicated procurement, and yeah, we say that what we gain some kind of guarantee that no one is misusing it. Because we have so many safety logs, we have so many layers of bureaucracy into it, we have documented everything, so chances are that no one is misusing it. Well, okay, well, what we believe that is that this misuse is a short-term target. The problem with the short-term target is that they lead to long-term problems. And then when we are trying to fight the misusing of this public procurement, I mean, we are talking about it because we met it in our life, in our work. We're making it very complicated. People really hate to do that process. We also have a good example, and which we believe is one of the best across our footprint. We have 10 companies in 10 different countries in Europe, and actually this case is one of the best in those countries. That's a CPO, and if you are familiar with the mobile procurement, then probably you know this system. That's a digital database where you can buy goods and services online, and that's extremely fast, extremely time-saving. That's completely electronic, so there are no mistakes. Sadly, not everyone is using it, but still, that's extremely good. That's a good example on the same values as I've been talking a little bit just several minutes ago. I mean, it saves time. It saves time, so you can spend your time at the same time that's never going back on other things. You don't have to have this long, complicated, problematic procurement process. And it saves money too. These are the results of our poll. We had a poll. We asked companies that were buying on the CPO, did you save money? Yes, they said yes, we did. So that saves money, that saves time. So that's something that is good. And I mean, when time is money, that's not only your words. So that's more or less a rhetorical question, if the same rules could be applied. These rules, while they look very populistic, while they look very, I don't know, very declaration ones, these are actually working in the company, in our company. I don't see actually no reason why it could not work in any other company and why it could not work in any other institution. And there are examples when they are working in an institution. For example, I met several days ago, a couple of weeks ago, I met criminal police department in Lithuania. The guys that are fighting mafia, and they're really tough guys. We have a common project with them. Today they announced that we shall block the criminals that are calling from the jails to old people just to try to mob them to mock their money. So we'll block those calls from inside, from outside, and they'll try to catch those guys from inside. These guys are working according to the same principles, and that's something that works. They're saving time, and they can do a lot of things with really scarce resources, and they are doing. So basically, the only encouragement I have is to try to copy that, and maybe that will work for other companies too. So that was more or less it, what I have to show and say.